Hi there YouTube, Extreme Trains here. So in this video we're taking a look at an item which, no, you didn't get the date wrong, is from 2021, but I wasn't able to pick it up at the time because I couldn't find it in stock anywhere, and importing it was going to be insanely expensive. But thankfully, through the magic of the internet, I found a seller in Melbourne who was selling this for the recommended retail price with relatively cheap shipping, so I've managed to finally get my hands on it. And the reason I picked it up now, I was inspired to pick it up, is because I saw information that there's not going to be a 2022 version of this item, which made me want to go back and pick up the one from 2021, given that's the most recent one and potentially the last one in the series. So this here is the Thomas & Friends Hallmark Keepsake Christmas decoration for 2021. We're going to take a look at it now, so you know if you need to go and find it for this year's Christmas. Let's do it. Okay, so this is the box of the 2021 Hallmark Keepsake Thomas & Friends engine. Now you can see it's wrapped. I haven't opened it. You can also see the price that I paid for it. So this was $25, which is the standard price. I paid a little bit more because I had to get it shipped to me. But yeah, that's the standard price of these things. So let's take off this plastic wrapping. Open it. So as you remember, some years they had it wrapped in tissue paper, other years it's plastic. This year it seems, well, this year being 2021, we got a plastic little bubble. Open up. Now again, no string provided. I don't understand why they don't give you a little piece of string to tie around your ornaments. But anyway, that's just something which I'm never going to understand. So here we go, and here we are, and here is the at least potentially last Keepsake Hallmark Thomas item, and it is, as with all of these items, just beautiful. It is absolutely deluxe. The color of Thomas is a little bit lighter in person than I think I would normally go with. If we just do a comparison, you can see here on camera this is showing up darker than it actually is, but you can definitely see this Thomas up here I think is closer to the correct color than this one. This is a bit more of a baby blue color Thomas, but in terms of design, if we come in, you can see excellent work recreating the CGI design, even down to the undercarriage pistons and all the little extra bits here, the piston rods, the ladders, the line work is all there. We've got the white running board. Interestingly, we've got like little black dots where the lamppost should be, but no lampposts. Do have a coupling hook, and we do have a lamp there. We've got this beautiful little snowman who's in this like shiny glossy paint. As is all the snow, actually. All the snow on this is this really nice, shiny, kind of metallic-y finish. You can see here there's Thomas. He's looking towards one side. A really good face. This is like a perfect CGI face. If you ask me, that is just perfect. And then we come across, you can see he's got snow all over him. Again, very nice details here on the other side. Coming around to the back, again, excellent detailing. The detailing on these is just top notch. And then you can see he's sitting on this little base plate. He is stuck onto this. I don't know whether it looks like he's just glued on. I would think it's just glue rather than it being, yeah, you can see there's some little glue marks. I assume you could theoretically try and break Thomas off this base, but you might risk breaking Thomas, so I wouldn't recommend that. And you can see even the rails are done nicely. You've obviously got the snow here. We've got the rails with the ties and also the little, connection points painted on. Like, that is so deluxe. And if we look at the bottom, 2020-21, you can see my dirty fingers have put stuff all over it. Hallmark. Yeah, this is really nice. Again, I've loved all the entries in the line so far, but this one I think is really nice. It's a really nice little display piece, and I think it looks much better like this. I think it would look a little bit funny hanging up potentially because it's got this big base on the bottom, but if it's sitting on a shelf, and that's how I display all of my Thomas Hallmark items, 110%, it's going to look really nice. So this is definitely looking like a winner to me. Let's do a quick comparison with the other Hallmark items that I have in my collection before we have some quick final thoughts. Alright, so you can see here I've got the 2018 Hallmark item, the 2020, and now the 2021. And you can see here there really is some really nice stuff going on. Interestingly, these are all the same price point. They're all $25, which I think goes to show that Hallmark must, in some years, if they make a bigger, I don't know, Lego one, they make a small Thomas one, vice versa, because you can see this one obviously has the most plastic, but it was the same price as these two. So that'd just be something to observe there. In terms of looking at comparisons, you'll see that they're all different and yet they're all the same. It seems like the base Thomas mold across all of them has been reused, but you'll notice, for example, that this Thomas actually does have those painted dots where the lamppost would be, where we had nothing on the previous year's Thomas. Equally, even though these Thomases look the same in terms of the snow, and this snow piece is the same, the snow on the back, it's different. So they've actually gone and remolded quite a bit. Really interesting to see the kind of differences that they've been making and changes that they've been making when they could have gotten away with reusing the same mold. So I think these look really, really nice together. It's a really, really nice little display. In terms of which one is my favorite, I don't think I can go past the Holiday Friends one, which is Percy and Thomas, just because of the fact you get 2 engines. I think it's really nice. If I had to pick between these two, I really like both of them for different reasons. I like this one because of the display base. I like this one because we get the snowplow and the little Santa poking out of the cab. So if you ask me, these are all really, really excellent items. Quick comparison to my favorite Thomas push-along. Probably the only good thing really to come out of the Thomas CGI push-along metal engine range was this one. It's absolute fantastic piece. Very, very hard to find. Very, very, very valuable, but I'm really, really glad to have it. Do a little comparison there. He fits right in. I think that looks great. So yeah, in terms of some thoughts, I think these Hallmark items are really, really nice. I think there are, as from what I can see from online, some different variations that have come across over the years, but all the CGI ones seem to look really, really nice. If you can find them, I absolutely recommend you picking it up. It's disappointing that we don't have one for 2022. My understanding there's been one almost every year for quite some time now. But I don't know whether that's a permanent thing or whether that's a, AEG meant that they had to redesign the Thomas mold, for example, and they just don't have the money or the time or the effort to do that this year, or whether maybe they think that if they, maybe Mattel has told them that they have to do the redesign and they don't think that's going to have mass appeal. I'm not really sure. But for whatever the reason, there's no one this year. Definitely, if you can find any of these, I highly recommend picking them up. I think they're an excellent value add. While I wouldn't recommend hanging them from your Christmas tree, because if they get dropped, they will definitely break. They're made of like a plasticky resin thing, which will just snap off into many, many pieces. I think, having them sit on a counter next to a display, next to a wreath or something, they look really, really awesome. So very happy to have this 2021 version in my collection. Highly recommend you picking them up. I think they're absolutely worth the price that you pay for them, given that they are deluxe kind of ornaments. And if you treat them like little display models, I think they're really, really nice to be able to pull out at Christmas time and have some Thomas in your Christmas collection. So that's all we've got time for in this review. I hope you really enjoyed seeing this. Love to hear your thoughts on the items below. Otherwise, that's what we've got time for this Extreme Trains.